Have you ever felt like you needed a vacation from your vacation? I mean, I'm not technically on vacation right now, but I am in a different location. You can probably tell. It doesn't really matter if you're relaxing or if you have something that's action packed or if you're doing something like I'm doing this weekend and sitting at a conference. I know how exhausting it can be when you return from a vacation. Just 2 weeks ago, I was in Arizona. I'm in Arizona again today for two different reasons. And it really brought this to light because I think we all go through very similar situations when we're traveling. And when it comes to our health, I make sure that I do positive things for my health, even when I'm on the road, because about 7 years of my career was filled with travel. And I had to figure out how to remain healthy. And even at my sickest point, I had to figure out how to get well when I was on the road. So I want to share with you some of my greatest tips today and to get rid of these or overcome the travel blues. And it doesn't really matter if they happen when you get there or when they happen when you return home. So number one is you want to make sure that you take care of your jet lag. You're going to want to get a head start on this. So if you're traveling across time zones, then this is when it's the most common. Light therapy is one of the best things for this, and that means sunlight. So you can reset your body's internal clock by getting up in the morning and getting a little bit of sunlight in your eyes when you enter into a new time zone. You can even start getting your clock kind of rotated, if you will, before you go, if you will start adjusting your sleep schedule to the sleep schedule of the time zone that you're going to be traveling to. But morning sunlight is one of the best things you can do to help you adjust a little more quickly. So you can get some outdoor exercise, you can walk, you can go for a jog, you can even do some yoga outdoors to get that sunlight in your eyes. Number two, don't forget to pack your favorite supplements. This is something that is always on my travel list. Number one, coffee. The best coffee, hands down, that I love the most has an adaptogen in it called Ganoderma. Now, the ancients called this the king of herbs, and it's for a really good reason. The coffee keeps you energized, but it also helps you combat the side effects of stress or traveling. So that's one of the things that I keep in my arsenal. Number two is melatonin. So I know when I enter into Arizona, the time zone's a little bit weird for me. And I need a little bit of melatonin to help me get to sleep at night. You can take that just maybe 30 minutes before bed to get more peaceful evenings. The melatonin is just really going to help you wind down, and you can start with as little as 1 milligram. The next thing I love is a probiotic, especially when I'm doing air travel. And that's because when we travel by plane, it disrupts the gut bacteria in our body. So we have things like cravings. We might have changes in our appetites. Maybe we want more food. Maybe we want less. You might even have difficulty pooping. So if you're a frequent flyer, it's a really good idea to keep a probiotic on hand. Another thing that I do is I always pack enough food to have a shake every day. And this is a great way to help you get in your fruits and vegetables. So a lot of times I'll pack one of my favorite greens powders. It helps you with detox. It helps you get nutrients in your body. And I usually just pair this shake with maybe a handful of nuts or an avocado. And it's a really great way. You can even have it for breakfast instead of going down to the hotel breakfast where they give you fake eggs and bacon anyway. The next thing I love to have on hand when I'm traveling is a digestive enzyme. So we are going to eat out when we're on the road, right? But if you're eating in a restaurant, then you probably know you're not going to be consuming the types of quality foods that you would consume at home. So a lot of those foods are more difficult to digest because they're just not made of good quality ingredients. So, and then if we're on vacation, especially, we're going to be a little bit more lenient on the foods that we put on our plates while traveling. So make sure you have a digestive enzyme on hand to give your body the best chance to digest your nutrients efficiently. Okay, let's talk about number three, and that is make a practical plan that you can stick with. So another way to set yourself up for success when traveling is, number one, you can look up really healthy restaurants that kind of are going to cook food in a similar way that you do at home. You can also stay in a place with a kitchen. This is one thing I love to do. That way I can prepare a lot of my meals there. You can go to a local grocery store, grab things like a whole chicken, avocado, boiled eggs. They're already boiled for you. and raw vegetables and fruits, and even a healthy salad dressing. And you can make a meal from your hotel right there. You don't even really need a kitchen to do it in. And then you're probably going to want to have some good healthy snacks. I love those single serving packs of things like almond butter, coconut butter, protein bars, or even the little meat sticks. And you can also get pretty dehydrated when you're traveling as well. So I always like to carry some of my favorite electrolytes, especially if you're going to be out during the day, doing a lot of activity, then you'll want to keep yourself more hydrated. Last point I want to make with you is take care of your body before, during, and after those travel days. The best way for you to stay in shape and stay in health when you're traveling is to really just take care of your body. You want to make sure that you're getting proper amounts of sleep. When you're getting up in the mornings, again, we mentioned sunlight. You want to make sure that you're doing that. And it's really a good idea to take those evening walks to help balance your blood sugars from all the foods that you might have been consuming during the day that weren't something that you're typically used to consuming. And it's okay to splurge on a few meals. It's okay to have, things outside of your norm, but just really make sure when you get home that you're giving yourself that space to recuperate. The next day after you get home, you might want to just push the meetings from your calendar, use it as a day to catch up on emails if that flexibility is available to you. And I love to schedule a massage maybe at the end of the week to help, especially if I've been traveling by plane or sitting in a car for long trips, just to help move that lymphatic system a little bit. And make sure that you're really doing more restorative exercises the next week. Give yourself time to kind of just get back in the swing of things and cook those home-cooked whole food meals. Maybe eat a little bit less meat, focus on good, healthy, nutrient-dense vegetables, things like that, just to kind of help your body get back on track. I hope you find these tips helpful as you're traveling. I know that the world is opening back up and I am starting to travel more. I'm absolutely in my happy place. I am definitely a road warrior. And if you have any other tips that you like to use to stay healthy while you're traveling, I'd love to hear those as well. And we'll talk to you soon.